Hi, Giovanna speaking, and welcome back to my summer experiments in eco printing. Why summer? Because I don't boil my bundle, and by chance I don't use any mordants, any chemicals at all. Just leaves, a rusty tube, and vinegar. So let's start from the beginning. I lay a piece of plastic on my desk just to protect the surface. Then I lay a piece of paper. You know, you can use a first layer, also a piece of fabric. It's important which fabric you use, but for me, since I'm not very fussy, I use what I have in my stash, and this time, oh, okay, almost every time, I use old bed linen, white one, whitish one. So you have to collect some leaves, of course. Best leaves that they give always a good results are the ones from eucalyptus and for sure walnuts. There are, dozen, hundreds of leaves that works. Start with these two, or start with everything you like. Just experiments and see what's happen. You know, at the very end, you don't throw anything at all because you can always eco print again or just paint with your craft supply. So, what am I doing? First layer of paper or fabric, second layer of leaves, and I spray some vinegar, and then I keep up adding layer. Fabric, paper, if you have linen, you can use linen. I use mainly cotton because I have bed linen made of cotton. And I use another thing from my kitchen, and this is onion skins. Okay, onion skin, if you like, you can also use the red one if you find them. So this is a piece of paper that I used in the past and not very good eco print. So I spray the vinegar and I add the leaves. I picked my leaves the day before this video. I leave them in 5 centimeters of rusty water overnight. What is rusty water? Rusty water is a water that you can get putting in a jar a bit of vinegar, half water, and some rusted bits, old nails, I don't know, old keys, everything that is rusted. And you have to leave, if it's possible, outside for 2 weeks. I have mine for years, this small jar with rusty water, and every now and then I add water and vinegar, so it's always almost full and ready to use. So first step is, if it's possible, but it's not mandatory, leave the leaves under some centimeters, 2 inches of rusty water overnight, and then you can start your to make your bundle. This large one is a walnut leaf, and it works because it contains tannin. Tannin is a substance that reacts with the rusty tube. If you don't have the rusty tube, you can try to make a rusty tin. Okay? There's a recipe, you can find easily a recipe on internet to make your rusty tin. You have just to leave under the sun outside with with vinegar on it. Spray some vinegar over the tin and just wait, something like that. But look for a recipe. So I keep up making my sandwich. The best paper to make eco printing is the expensive watercolor paper. I don't have any watercolor paper in my stash because I used all of it last year and I didn't buy again because yeah, because it's just expensive, too expensive for me. I'm not a watercolor colorist at all. But in this video, at the very end of this video, I apply watercolor to my prints. Why? Just for fun. Let's see what's happened. So I keep up with putting the leaves. This one is false pepper, more eucalyptus, and the other one I don't know the name. Even if they don't react, even if you use the leaves they don't react, you can have the negative space, you know. So if a rusty tube gives color the fabric, the leaves a whitish shape, and it's also good. Just experiment. Don't be afraid. Nothing bad it can happen. These are two leaves of grapes. Okay, I'm not sure if grapes works at all, and it's okay. You can also use some mulberry leaves, and you can use what else? Walnut. I already tell about walnut. Blackberry. You can use blackberry. I think you can also use rose. You know, rose leaves. I keep up with my layers again, onion skin, vinegar. Oh, it's done. I ready to, okay, I spray vinegar just to be sure, and I'm ready to wrap my bundle. No, I'm not ready. I change idea. Why? Okay, I'm using this piece of linen that I try to eco-print is not very good, so I try again. And now I'm ready to make the bundle. So take your rusty tube or your rusty can and wrap very tightly the fabric around it. I like to use gloves when I'm making this technique. Also, when I use ink spray, when I use alcohol inks, I like to be safe, you know, when using this kind of craft supply and when using the vinegar because I don't like the smell and because you know the rusty tube smell of rusty and I don't like it very much. So next step is to keep as tight as possible this bundle. So you can use some elastic band and some ribbons. I made mine again from old bed linen. You can use, of course, your bed linen or you can buy them at a thrift store. Okay, I think I went, I'm recording the voice for this video, so I went to retrieve some small elastic band, just to make easier the last step that is to use some cotton ribbon. Okay, I use several of these small elastic band. In this video, I decided to don't show the whole process of wrapping the bundle. I hope it's okay for you. I made other videos are available in my YouTube channel, more complete, let's say, long double that this one. Okay, this is the first. Oops, I broken. I use many times this cotton ribbon. Okay, another one, more strong, I hope. Okay, so it's very important that you wrap very tight your bundle. If you use paper as first layer, the bottom one, it's easily that this paper it tear, okay, but it's okay. And if you like, you don't use paper, use only fabric if you like. Okay, with my gloves it's not very easy to make a knot every single time. And now I finish my bundle outside the video. Now put in a jar some boiling water or hot water and insert your bundle. I also added some leaves of lavender. You can use also rosemary if you like. And here we are, 5 days later, because I was meant to unwrap the bundle on after 3 days. Then it became 4 days. Then I was busy, and I unwrapped the bundle 5 days later. So it's a bit dark, my opinion. This is another kind of experiment. So I leave the bundle 3 days, 2 days, 5 days, 1 week, and see what happened. And here I unwrap the bundle. It's double speed for you, but take your time. This is slow crafting for sure. Okay, now I'm finished outside the video, and now the big reveal. So my original idea, oh wow, I love this yellow, and I don't know where it come from, this yellow at all. See, as usual, the eucalyptus worked a lot, worked beautiful. Okay, what was I talking about? I was meant to leave the leaves in place and add some watercolor at this step. But I don't know what's happened. The leaves moves, so I decided to let it dry my prints and then add watercolor later. So it is the next part of the video. So I keep up with unwrapping and taking out the leaves. See the beautiful result. Of course, onion skin works everything. This is paper. Onion skin works every single time, and eucalyptus and also walnut. See the impression of a walnut. I think this is paper. Paper, not watercolor paper, is very fragile. So see some tear, but you can always cut your paper. And this is another of very beautiful paper. Okay, I keep up. Sorry, it's a bit fast, this part of the video, but I show you later better. This is the linen, and this is the very last layer of paper, not in bad condition. I show you better this print when everything is dry, because when everything is dry, the colors are a bit different. Or what happened that I forgot another day a mini bundle inside the water, the jar. And see, it's very dark. So I just put a single folded piece of cotton, and it's very dark. This was a mistake, but can you guess? I fix a bit even this piece of fabric, and I show you at the end of the video. See? Very dark purple and almost black. But it's still a nice effect, even if it's so dark. And now the last part here, I show you better and a slow and a normal speed the all prints. And these are the dry fabric and dry paper. Okay, now I decided to enhance, to add a twist to this piece of fabric using watercolor. Again, it's an experiment. I don't know how it looks at the end. And maybe some of you ask me if our watercolor are permanent, if these fabric are washable. I think it's are washable because watercolor are permanent when dry. But I'm not going to wash this fabric. So if you like, experiment and wash the fabric, and if you like, just let me know. but I'm not going to wash this fabric. And of course, you don't want. Oh, another thing, don't try to use watercolor on not watercolor paper. I try and I get a very, very bad result. So, from the start, use watercolor paper, made your eco print, and then try to use watercolor. Again, have fun experimenting. Okay, I keep up. The best thing about watercolor is that they are transparent. You can still see, the beautiful impression of a leaf gave by the eco print. I'm keeping up. Of course, I wet the fabric with just spraying water, and I wet also the paintbrush and the watercolor pens. Or you can use straight away a wet fabric or wet paper. It's coming out very beautiful in my opinion. See the beautiful result. You can make a second layer of watercolor if you like to have more vibrant colors. And this one is the black one from the small tube, the one that I forgot for 6 days. And this is the result after I painted with watercolor. Not bad at all, and I'm thinking to make a small purse to wear at work. And this is the other very black one using a layer of watercolor. I really, really love. I hope you enjoy this video. Now some nice picture about my latest print. And I hope you have the time to also watch my other videos about eco printing. Ciao and happy summer and happy eco printing to everyone.